Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's December 6th, 2016. It's being reported today that Rashaan Salaam, the former college football star who played for the Colorado Buffaloes, former Heisman Trophy winner in 1994, they're reporting that he has died yesterday, likely in a suicide. And what I'm going to show you is if Rashaan Salaam is truly dead, he was murdered, not in a suicide. And what has happened to Rashaan Salaam is something that has gone on all throughout history. The murder of celebrities and the blaming of loss of life on suicide. This is sick. It is disgusting. It needs to be stopped. I'm going to show you how his death at age 42 has everything to do with his Heisman Trophy, and the day of his death, everything to do with the past Super Bowl just won by the Denver Broncos from Colorado, the state he played in. You know what? Before we get into this, I want to tell you this right here. You might want to pause this video if you've never watched one of my videos prior, and you might want to listen to this song. This is from 1983. The song is Murder by Numbers by The Police, the band that sung Roxanne. This song is about how killing is as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. You listen to the lyrics, what it's about murdering people by a numerical code. And all throughout history, celebrities, from athletes to musicians to actors to politicians, have died by the numbers. In fact, most often when the mainstream media reports on a celebrity death, it is by the numbers. If you want to know more about this, listen to this song, finish my video, and then browse my channel. There's 2,000 videos here. Hundreds of them are on celebrity deaths by the numbers. And with regards to this being connected to the Super Bowl, this death of Rashaan Salaam today, I was saying before the Super Bowl was set last year why the Broncos were going to defeat the Panthers, and part of that reason had to do with people who were dropping dead along the way there. So murder by numbers and murders being connected to sports and sports championships, this is going on all the time, just in case you're new here. Something I clued into 3 years ago and have been exposing ever since. This past football season, the Super Bowl was February 7th, 2016, the 38th day of the year. From that day to December 5th, the day Rashaan Salaam reportedly killed himself, is 303 days. And if you're not aware, the Denver area code is 303. 303, the Denver area code. From the Super Bowl to Rashaan Salaam's death, 303 days. We're talking about the college football player who won the Heisman in 94. I don't think there's been any other college players who've won the Heisman since. Or from Colorado, that is. Something else I want to point out, the day the Super Bowl was played, February 7th, that's the 38th day of the year. Colorado is the 38th state in order of statehood, plus the gematria of the name Colorado is 38. 38th state out of 50, 38 name. Won the Super Bowl on the 38th day of the year. 38 is also a number connected to killing and death throughout history. There was a lot of celebrity sacrifice connected to last year's Super Bowl, and I pointed out then, I think this has something to do with the Super Bowl being on the 38th day of the year. Also, the word gold equals 38. It was the golden anniversary, hosted by the 49ers, named after the gold rush. You know? So, Rashaan Salaam dies at age 42. And again, if you're new to my work, I've been exposing for 3 years now how 42 is a number stamped on black people in a negative way throughout history. There's a very specific reason Jackie Robinson wore 42 as the first black player in white Major League Baseball, and it's not nice. We're going to get to it. 42 also connects to Heisman. Heisman in gematria sums to 33, just like junior, your third year. He was a junior when he won the Heisman. A lot of Heismans were juniors. If you look at the majority of Heisman winners, they've won it in their junior year. This method of encoding numbers into words, the way it works is like this. You know what? I'll just show you on the calculator in case you're new. It's always easier with the visual on the screen. So, if you write out the word Heisman and you spell it correctly, it's going to sum to 33. What this calculator does is it makes each letter a single digit, then adds the word. H is the 8th letter, H is worth 8. E is the 5th letter, E is worth 5. I is the 9th, I is worth 9. S is the 19th letter. Notice that S is not worth 19, it's worth 1. This is because numerology. 19 in numerology equals 1. 1 plus 9 for 19 becomes 10, and then 1 plus 0 becomes 1. You make each letter a single digit. Well, S is the only letter you have to add 2 times. 19 becomes 10, 10 becomes 1. Every other letter in the English alphabet, you just add 1 time or 0 times to get to a single digit. Therefore, S can be worth 1 or 10. This calculator doesn't take into account that S can be 10. If you make it plus 10, Heisman equals 42, like his age of death. He's died in 2016, emphasis on 16. 16 sums to 33 and 42. There's only 2 numbers that written out sum to 33, 16 and 90. We're going to talk about the Freemasons and how they have the compass and square with the big G. Know for now that G equals 33, big G in Francis Bacon gematria. That's where lowercase a through lowercase z are 1 through 26, and uppercase a through uppercase z are 27 through 52. Uppercase G is 33. 26 plus 7 more, 33. Big G in English Sumerian gematria is the 7th letter multiplied by 6. G also represents 42. We'll talk about how the word Freemason equals 42 in just a moment. But this man right here, dead at 42, Heisman winner. We'll talk about 33 as well. His entire college and NFL career structured around this number. He played for the University of Colorado Buffaloes, which in gematria sums to 137, the 33rd prime number. 33, that special number of the Freemasons. Masonry 33, secrecy 33. The day he died, yesterday, was a date with 33 numerology. He also played 33 games in the NFL, finishing his career with Cleveland, which we'll get to. So here is the Freemason compass and square, their logo, the big G, their builders. That's why they have instruments of measuring, the compass, the square. The word math equals 42, using the alphabetic order. But just look here, Freemason 42, Zionism 42. Freemasonry and Zionism are essentially one and the same. Zionism is the false Jewish people who have their false Jewish state of Israel, who control world banking and government and media, and who own these sports leagues and rig the sports leagues by the numbers, as well as murder their celebrities that they pay, that they treat as puppets, murder them by the numbers, treat them as puppets by the numbers. That's why Rashaan Salaam and so many of these people who've signed contracts with this gang die by the numbers. This is essentially signing your soul away, playing in these rigged sports leagues, getting all this fame, using your athletic ability to participate in organized deception, what pro and collegiate sports are. So 42, the Freemasons believe in divide and conquer. This number's been stamped on black people in a very negative way, the most hateful word for black people, sums to 42. Think about the slang term brothers. Brothers equals 42. The word boy equals 42 using the alphabetic order. Another form of gematria. Black History Month, February, the only month that sums to 42. Ends on the 59th day of the year. We'll talk more about that in a moment. 42, it's also coded into one of the most popular words in football, touchdown. Hail Mary equals 42. Look up in history how many college and NFL Hail Marys have been the 42nd pass of the game for the quarterback who threw it, or a 42-yard Hail Mary. Your sports, they're scripted. Rashaan Salaam, he was the 21st overall pick of the 95 draft. 21, one of the only numbers when written out that sums to 42. Earlier this year, we saw Kimbo Slice die at age 42. He was born in 1974, just like Rashaan Salaam. Kimbo Slice's death came right after the death of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was born in 42, diagnosed with Parkinson's at age 42. Muhammad Ali, what he supposedly changed his own name to, sums to 42. His first name, Cassius Clay, sums to 33. And Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, what he was his whole life was a Freemason puppet. Just like most of these celebrities you know. Think about how these people got famous through the TV. Who allows who on the TV? This gang, the Freemasons, the Zionists, the ones that run the show. TV equals 42. Muhammad Ali died after Game 1 of the NBA Finals. He became boxing champion in '64, the last time Cleveland, the city, had won a pro sports championship. I had said all NBA season since before it began, the Cavs would defeat the Warriors in a rematch of the NBA Finals. Not to mention the year before that, I said the NBA Finals would be Warriors and Cavs. But anyway, 1964, the last year Cleveland won the pro sports championship. Muhammad Ali dies, and what do you know? Cleveland wins it again. LeBron James, 42, born on December 30th, 12 plus 30, 42, the only day on the calendar year that has the 42 connection. Same day Tiger Woods is born. Tiger equals 59, the other number stamped on black people, which we'll get to. So anyway, this man, Rashaan Salaam, was born in 1974. Muhammad Ali just died at 74 this year, being born in 42. Sorry, not trying to make you dizzy. Just got lost on my spot on the screen. Muhammad in Gematria sums to 74. You can watch my video on Muhammad Ali from 2014, and I said why I thought he would die at age 74. He died on June 3rd this year. The Prophet Muhammad died at age 63. When you count every number 1 through 63 and add them together, it sums to 2016, like the year Muhammad Ali died in. Prophecy equals 52. Muhammad Ali was that name for 52 years of his life. He changed his name at age 22. The Master Builder. Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay until age 22, then changed after becoming boxing champion in 64. But this number 74, it's a number of sacrifice of the Freemasons all throughout history. Muhammad 74, Jesus 74, Cross 74, Messiah 74, Gospel 74, Yeshua, Joshua, the English translation of Jesus, Occult 74, Masonic 74, Jewish is 74, Killing is 74, Gematria is 74, English is 74. So Rashaan Salaam, born in 74, dead at 42, on a date with 33 numerology, and again, Jesus on the cross at age 33. Think about it. The name Rashaan Salaam also sums to 37, half of 74, December equals 37. 37 is the 12th prime number. If you missed my video from 2 years ago on why American Pharaoh would win the Triple Crown, it had been 37 years since the last Triple Crown winner. The next would be the 12th. I said, okay, these people like their prime numbers, 37 and 12. And boom, what do you know? American Pharaoh, Triple Crown. Rashaan Salaam, December. His initials, RS. R's the 18th, S is the 19th. Even his initials are 37. I've been seeing a lot of this 37 and 12, and I've been documenting it all year with Andrew Luck. Zerlon Tipton's death, the running back in the offseason who played for the Colts that died in Detroit. He wore the number 37, died by this numerical code. Rashaan Salaam reportedly committed suicide while the Colts were playing, having their best game of the season yesterday. Interesting how the 37-12 thing comes up the same day Andrew Luck's playing. Having a big game, getting his 41st career win with 41 points. Let's not forget that Baltimore equals 41, Super Bowl equals 41, Jim Irsay equals 41. The Colts won Super Bowl 41. Rashaan Salaam with the S exception sums to 55. So does the word sacrifice. So does December. So does Satan, the reshuffling of Santa. Poisoning the kids with materialism, teaching them to appreciate the wrong things, creating a society of consumers. Notice Rashaan Salaam wore the number 19, Islamic, 19, most important number in the Quran code. Muhammad Ali got the 19-mile funeral procession. This year, Louisville has the star college quarterback whose name Gematria and everything syncs up perfectly with Muhammad Ali, who was 19 years old. Muhammad Ali's from Louisville, So what else is up with Rashaan Salaam? Right away, I see his date of birth. Not only was he born in 74, he was born on October 8th. And wouldn't you know, that's the date of the Great Chicago Fire, October 8th. We just talked about how there was a scripted or a ritualistic fire set in Oakland that was a tribute to the Great Chicago Fire. They coded 108 into the fire. 108. The Cubs just broke the 108-year drought. Game 1 of the World Series, there was the fire on the runway at O'Hare Airport. The tallest building in Chicago is 108 stories. The word geometry equals 108. This isn't a coincidence either. All this focus on 108 over the weekend with the fires, and then Rashaan Salaam, who played for the Chicago Bears, is dead. You see how they plan out all this? It's all part of a really sick, long, determined script. I notice his date of birth's a date with 111 numerology. New York equals 111, where the Heisman ceremony is, where he's given the award. He was born on a date with a life lesson number of 39. 39 was a huge number on yesterday's football game. He died somewhere around the time of the football game. New York equals 39. The Jets fell to 3-9. The Colts are on the 39th parallel. Andrew Luck has 39 birth numerology. The awards are in Manhattan. He also has numerology connecting to the word Manhattan. The date of death, the numerology. What stands out the most about these numbers is 53, the number of men on an NFL roster, NFL football player. Life lesson number of 26, the word God equals 26. So does the word Mason, so does the word dollar. Freemasons playing God over people's lives by controlling the information. The value system making people go after dollars instead of, so many other things, such as truth, such as healthy living, such as caring about other people. God, Mason, dollar, all 26. And the word lie. They control the world with lies. Today they're putting out the news that this man committed suicide, murdered. Also, possibly, these athletes, they could also be faking their deaths. Maybe they're given the option to fake their death and go off to Celebrity Island. But I don't think that's what's going on. The gang that rules us are sick tyrants. They kill off these guys. They have to give less of their dollars to them for their retirement packages and everything. There's so many incentives to kill these men. On top of the sick ritual. It's also a date with 17 numerology. The birthplace of American football is Ohio, the 17th state. He retired from the NFL after his 33rd game in 1999. That's 17 years ago. The word kill also equals 17. Yesterday was a date with 33 numerology. We talked about how 33 connects to Heisman, the college he played for. Played 33 games in the NFL, finishing with Cleveland, which we'll get to. From his birthday to his date of death is 58 days later. Nation of Islam 58, Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Huey P. Newton 58, Oakland 58. Remember, this is connected to the Super Bowl. Last year, Cam Newton, who plays for the Panthers with the Black Panther on the side of their helmet, became the 58th quarterback to start in a Super Bowl. Huey P. Newton's the founder of the Black Panther Party in Oakland in 1966, the year of the first Super Bowl. Last year in November, I showed this riddle and why the Super Bowl would be the Broncos and the Panthers. And I also showed why Von Miller would likely be the MVP, which he was. And I showed why there'd be a Black Panther tribute. I see these same numbers now coded into this man's death, which is a ritual with that Super Bowl. Von Miller, number 58, was the MVP. This guy dies in connection to the Super Bowl 58 days after his own birthday. He was a Muslim. Think about it. If you count the full span of days from his birthday to his death, it's 59 days. The other numbers stamped on black people throughout history, Negro 59, Slave 59, Blues 59, even the word cracker 59, even the rapper name Eminem 59, just think about it. Motown Records came out in 59. This is the kill number in Jewish gematria. Think about that. An agenda in place worldwide to hold down black people. Very prevalent in Africa. Very prevalent in what goes on in America, the way communities are segregated and attacked and demonized and so many other things. There's a real agenda in place in this nation. It's by the numbers, and it's been coded by the numbers, and by becoming aware of these numbers, you can see what's going on. 5 and 9 are the only two single-digit numbers when written out that sum to 42, where we began. February, the only month that sums to 42, ends on February 28th, the 59th day of the year. Here's a good one. Rodney King equals 59. Born on April 2nd. 4-2. You see? Rosa Parks died on a date with 59 numerology on February 4th. Another date that can be written 4/2. You know? The word bus equals 42. Think about Black history on the bus. And I should mention, these Freemasons, they do everything by measuring from the birthdays. Birthday equals 42. A lot of important words to Freemasonry, sum to 42. With regards to him winning the Heisman in 94 and now dying 22 years later, I thought about this. 79 is the 22nd prime number. The word murder has gematria of 79. You know, there's 22 men on the football field, a game of 11 on 11. 22 is the master builder number in numerology. The word master equals 22. Here's his NFL career stats. Notice, he played 31 games with Chicago, the birthplace of the NFL. Ohio's the birthplace of football. Chicago's the birthplace of the NFL. And he played 2 games in Ohio. 33 games total, and he retired with Cleveland, which is the only city in the NFL that has name gematria of 33. 33 games, final game in Cleveland, Heisman winner 33. Played at University of Colorado Buffaloes, 137, the 33rd prime. Dead on a date with 33 numerology, 33 a number of sacrifice, 33 often going with 74. This man was born in 74. And then today they say he probably committed suicide. The day the headline breaks, December 6th, 2016, it's a date with 34 numerology. Suicide equals 34, so does murder. So many people in history have been murdered by the numbers and blamed on suicide. Robin Williams was dead August 11th, 2014. 8 plus 11 is 19, plus 14 is 33. And that day can be written 11/8. August 11th, day before the month. The word death in Jewish gematria equals 118. Last night on Jeff Young, I was talking about how many people in history have died by the numbers 38, 33, 118. This man dead 303 days after the Super Bowl. Let's not forget that one either. Denver, home of the 303 area code. I mean, what do I have to do to get the word out, Truth Seeker? I've called all the pro sports championships correctly in the last year. I predicted Prince's death, Muhammad Ali's, and so much more. And still the word isn't out. People are dying every day, almost by the numbers. You know, in this world, these headlines we get, it's like this every day. Think about how sick it is. People getting murdered all the time for these rituals. If you are disgusted by this like I am, you know, please help share my videos. Stop worrying about sheep ridiculing you and telling you it's all coincidence and you're crazy. If you're worried about these sheep, what's that make you? That makes you a coward, you know? If you're not a coward, you'll stand up to these sheep. These sheep, because they're so fucking stupid, people are getting murdered every day. This could be stopped. You know, this could have been stopped a long time ago. My video should have went viral a long time ago. Videos of kittens and, you know, kids like doing stuff with their food, making a mess of their face. You know, they have 15 million views in 2 weeks. Imagine if this video had 15 million views in 2 weeks. I think something would happen. If you're a sports fan, you need to turn off these games. You need to stop giving your money to these teams. It's sick. The games are rigged. People are getting murdered. Tyrants getting away with it all. You can't go to courts and police to get justice. They are owned by this gang. The only way to get justice is to wake up people and to have the people start, you know, making impact with their actions, like not showing up at these sports games. All of a sudden, nobody's coming. Nobody's watching. No money's coming in the door. You know, nobody's turning on the TV. There's no ratings. That's what needs to happen. And everyone needs to be spreading the truth. Which reminds me, All for Truth campaign, All for Truth launches December 15th. It's the perfect time for this. You know, there's all this media censorship, lies, propaganda. We're creating the community to spread truth and awareness. Information like this and a whole lot more. All for Truth, December 15th. Check it out in the description. Support the campaign if you can. Until next time, Truth Seekers.